Creating a trilogy like Descendants is no easy task. Films like this can oftentimes take years to complete, with cast members having to dedicate entire months of their lives to filming and rehearsing. Luckily for the cast of The Descendants, all of their work paid off. The films are some of Disney Channel's most popular to date, and fans and cast are not going to be quick to forget the impact that the films had upon release. According to several online resources, the films had a budget somewhere around $15 million. After premiering on Disney Channel, the original film went on to sell over $17 million in DVD sales alone. Imagine the profit if you included the commercials that aired during the film, as well as all the merchandise and events that were scheduled around the Descendants cast. It's safe to say that the films were wildly successful in many ways. However, there were some unforeseen moments during the filming. On occasion, tensions would build on the set between cast members or during difficult filming segments. Because of this, the set of The Descendants had a designated head scratcher for those extremely difficult moments throughout filming. The head scratcher was none other than Dove Cameron. I'm sure we've all had the pleasure of receiving a good scalp scratch after a particularly difficult date, though if you haven't, you're certainly missing out. This was a concept that Dove Cameron very obviously understood because she was captured in several photos and even a video giving scalp scratches to her co-stars. We all understand that filming a movie like this can be extremely difficult and even frustrating at times. It's heartwarming to see that Dove Cameron was aware of this and was selfless enough to provide massages to her friends and co-stars during the particularly difficult moments on set. Another possible source of tension on set involved cast and crew members potentially using their cell phones or cameras on set. When filming a major motion picture, it goes without saying that you don't want any spoilers leaking out to the public before release day. Because of this, phones, cameras, and other recording devices are almost always prohibited from being in a star's possession while on set. However, there are many moments on the set of Descendants in which cast and co-stars can be seen using their cell phones. This is almost certain to have caused tension between stars and crew members, as phones not only pose major PR problems in regards to the film and its plot, but also serve as a distraction between crew members, cast, and the director. Dove Cameron again is an excellent example of this. She even posted a video of herself to Instagram while using her cell phone near the set. In the post, she stated, "I've had so much caffeine today. Wow!" Taking this video because it's one of the last filming days of Descendants 3, which means it's one of my last days in Purple Hair, and we're filming our biggest dance number, and I couldn't feel luckier or love these people more or love you guys more. Sending all of the kisses, so many reasons to celebrate. I can't wait for y'all to see. Members of the cast also took to some rather risky stunts in between filming scenes for Descendants 3. There are numerous videos online showing various members of the cast goofing off in what appears to be a dance rehearsal room and kicking water bottles at one another. Now, this was done in jest. However, could you imagine what could have happened to one of the stars if the bottle were to have hit them in the face or the eye? This could have been catastrophic to the filming process. Cast members could have also ended up in the hospital, which could have posed some serious health concerns and caused filming to be halted indefinitely. Thankfully, no one was hurt or seriously injured between scenes, and the film progressed as expected. There's no mention of whether or not the cast members were scolded for this behavior, but it seems to have all been carried out in a fun, lighthearted environment. Thomas Doherty has been the talk of many news articles since Descendants was released. He and Dove Cameron have been in a long-term committed relationship since the filming wrapped, and all seems to be going well for the couple. However, Thomas was subjected to a bit of controversy during the filming of Descendants 3. Thomas posted a photo to Instagram in which he was standing behind a statue of Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse. In the image, Thomas is photobombing Walt, placing bunny ears behind his head. After sharing the image, Thomas took the brunt of some major pushback from the community. Many fans and viewers were upset with Thomas, claiming that the image was extremely offensive and was disrespecting the memory of Walt Disney. Others felt as though the image was simply in poor taste and that you shouldn't photobomb someone to begin with, let alone the statue of a man who passed away many years ago. The photo was quite obviously taken as a joke, but it certainly didn't stop fans across the globe from voicing their opinions on the matter, as well as their disappointment with Thomas for partaking in what was widely considered to be a disrespectful act towards the man who founded the company that Thomas now works with. All of the steam surrounding this image seems to have faded since its release, but Thomas found himself in hot water for a little bit there. Kenny Ortega, the director of Descendants, also caused quite a bit of controversy on social media after he released a short clip of himself sweeping the stage on which the cast acted out the final scenes of the movie. At the end of each Descendants movie, excluding the third film, the final actor on screen always says, "What? You didn't think this was the end of the story, did you?" Afterward, the story is continued in a follow-up film. However, this line was notoriously absent from the third film of the series, though Kenny opted to change that. A clip was released in which Kenny is seen sweeping what appears to be confetti or debris of some kind off of the stage. He then looks into the camera and says, "What? You didn't think this was the end of the story, did you?" This sparked theories among fans that there will actually be a fourth Descendants movie, even though it has been nearly confirmed by several stars of the series that a fourth film will not be taking place, and certainly not without Cameron Boyce. Regardless of this, fan emotions were spilt over the situation. Many were insistent that this was some sort of a final hint from the director that the story would continue, though others realized that this was harmless jest on Kenny's part. Still, it certainly doesn't help our craving for more of our favorite actor to return for a follow-up to Descendants 3.